the Olympics is one of the biggest accomplishments in an athlete's career.
It hasn't sunk in yet, to be totally honest. This is the most incredible feeling of my entire life.
And their journey leading up to that finish line is preceded by long years of guesswork around designing the perfect plan. However, through personalized genetics, there might be a way to shorten that guessing time period and get results faster. Greg told me that 3 years after the London Olympics, he took a DNA test to find out information about his diet and fitness. He said in 10 days he received results that took him and his team a decade to figure out. Could understanding our DNA get us to our goals faster then? And how certain can it be?
And through trial and error over a long period of time, we managed to figure out roughly how to get my body into good shape and the injury risks, etc. What would have been incredible is if at 2021 I could have had this test because it would have taken out all of the guesswork. It would have stopped the trial and error side of things for me.
But let's be honest, the majority of us aren't going to become Olympic athletes. So if it takes them and an entire team about 10 years to figure out what is the best approach when it comes to fitness and nutrition, then how long will it take for us? Well, my name is Claudia Balog, and I went to find out to see if all the questions around our diet and fitness could become answers with just a simple DNA test.
In addition to talking to an Olympian, I also spoke to 2 Londoners who have been working on transforming their body through their own diet and fitness agenda, and a genetics specialist to understand if our genes could reveal our potential. Walking into the grocery store, we're given so many options to choose from that making a decision can cause rather a headache than a satisfaction. According to national data, big grocery chains such as Asda, Sainsbury's, and Tesco carry about 30,000 products in each of their stores. So it's easy to choose what our eyes desire as opposed to what our body actually needs. But how do you know how to fuel your body right?
Obviously, first of all, you have to eat clean. Second of all, you have to stop the comfort food, which contains your carbonated drinks, which contains your extra amount of carbs, which you shouldn't be eating, like pizza or let's just say fried chickens and all of this, which is known as comfort food. You have to stay away from that.
After leading an unhealthy lifestyle for 6 years, Asad started his transformation journey 2 months ago and has lost 13 kilos. However, before educating himself and talking to a nutritionist, he says he had to learn from his own mistakes.
The first time I lost the weight, the very first time, I turned my body into a skinny fat person. I ate less and very less and very less. I worked hard, really hard, without any nutrition plan. I cut out on food 100%. So what happened was I went skinny, but when I looked at my mirror, like myself, it was skinny, but it was still looking like it was a funny shape.
Regda Gureb went through a similar experiment. She told me she's tried a variety of fad diets in an attempt to lose weight. But after 3 years of trial and error, she realized that short-term dieting wouldn't give her long-term results. So she decided to keep a healthy balance without having to cut out the occasional fast food.
I'll probably say once a month, McDonald's will be my cheat day. But for example, today I went to the gym an hour and a bit and I had McDonald's. I kind of feel like I really need to lose those calories I had, so I need to hit the cardio again. But it's only one day a month.
Making a salad really doesn't take much longer than chopping up some vegetables and putting them all in a bowl, basically. But a lot of people still rather go out to fast food chains to get their dinner. But would they change their habits if their DNA would give them the key and would tell them how their body responds to certain food groups? And when I asked Regda about the DNA test, she wasn't so keen on trying it.
I just feel like I followed so much stuff for the past 3 years, and I feel like I've wasted so much time on them. And figuring out what my body actually needs and what I need to get to that level is perfectly fine by me, rather than having to do a test to tell me that.
And according to a genetics specialist, she's not missing out on much. Dr. Anand Sagar told me that it's a complicated picture.
No genetic test is 100% guaranteed that you will get this problem or that problem. If you take the nutrition side of things, you can identify that you are of a certain type that tends to be more allergic or intolerant, perhaps, of certain food substances like lactose or gluten.
But what is it then? Could our DNA really decode our fitness? Or do we just have to stick to old-fashioned trial and error research?
I don't think genetic tests tell you what your potential is in the context of these types of tests. But they are useful guides. It's foolish to think that athletic prowess or ability is based just upon one thing alone or your genetic makeup. It's about your mental state, it's about your dietary habits in general. It's also about your ability to focus on your profession. You need a mindset to really work hard at being an athlete. And more importantly, it's the environment as well in which you're in. So the type of exercise that you do, your schedule, the exercise, everything is built into that.
The way I see it, I have lost 6 years of my life living what I didn't want to live. Does it make any sense? And for that reason, I'm going to try and go all out. And I am trying to get myself into a habit where when my kid's going to grow up, they're going to look up to me and they would want to do exactly the same.
So when it comes to nutrition and fitness, we must understand that nature and nurture are working together. And without one or the other, we just don't have the full picture. Your DNA might give you your genetic makeup, but it is the environment, your lifestyle and way of thinking that will shape you who you are and help you become the person you want to be.